Hey, welcome back, guys. 96.1 FM, styling all day, every day in your ear, especially on the Taco Tuesday. These guys got me cracking up over here. Would you find Taco?
What did I find? I got the world's sweetest golf, and I was just perusing the old marketplace and found a set of H&R lowering springs for a Mark V golf, and I just lowered my my EOS with a set of these springs, so I know that something didn't look right. It turns out the fucking guy had the rear springs on the front struts, and they even have a fucking R on them for rear.
And right before we went live, the song was getting ready to end. These guys got me cracking up. Jimmy goes, "That must mean right."
R must mean right.
R must mean right.
Yeah.
So I started laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. But that's how dumb people are. They really are.
Yes.
We sold a set of, now you guys would know exactly what this looks like. A set of lowering springs for a 2002 Camaro, right?
Uh-huh.
And this son of a bitch went home and took his struts apart in the front and put the rear on the front and couldn't figure out why it wouldn't fit through there. Because you know on the Camaro how wide they are, how big they are. He called the shop trying to tell us that we don't know what we're talking about and all this other shit. And we're like, send us a picture, email us a picture. When we saw it, we died laughing. We could not stop laughing. And so we called the guy and we're like, yeah, if, the other box that's got the springs, well, those go to the rear. And we're like, no, those go to the front. Those right there go to the rear. So if you look at the back of your car, he called me everything but a white man. And then we saw him. We saw him a couple days later at Quick Trip. We were on lunch and we were like, "Hey, I see you got that figured out." And he goes, "Yeah, man, I was so wrong, and I could have sworn, those ones go to the front." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna never get them lined up."
Jesus.
Yeah. Speaking of springs, Stephanie got her new Blazer, and I went over there and basically it was lowered, but it wasn't lowered enough. So it's low now. So, I mean, we're going to start doing all the body work. It's not like a lot of body work we got to do, but we're going to shave everything. And then there's some other stuff that it's going to take some body work that we're going to do. But the truck's pretty straight, It's just in several different colors,
Right.
So, yeah, Taco was like, "Are you sure you want to do that one? It looks awful rough." I'm like, "That's exactly what we were looking for,
Dude, that thing is so fucking rough.
I don't know what you're talking about. That body's pretty goddamn straight on that thing.
If you say so. I haven't seen it in person yet, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, I've built enough vehicles over my life that this thing is exactly what we want to body drop. The cool thing is everything's off of it. The interior's gone, the motor's gone. And we ain't got to pull any of that shit. Wiring harness is gone. We ain't got to need that. We're going to an LS,
Right.
So it is a perfect candidate to be cut up. And the roof's not all dinged up or anything. There's only one real dent in this thing. And the story goes they were unloading it off the trailer. And he had it neutral. And he unhooked the winch. And it started rolling and it backed into a backhoe. And the bucket caught the... it didn't have back glass in it, thank God. But it caught the rear quarter. But that ain't shit to fix, I don't think we have to cut it out. I think we just stud weld it and use a slide hammer. It'll be a couple hours of work, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to put the Golf in the garage. Or not the Golf, the EOS in the garage and start working on the fenders and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clean out or finish cleaning out the center, fucking the middle bay in my garage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to work on it there.
Over Lataco Customs.
Yep.
Everything must be low. There's pictures.
Right.
There's pictures that he shot photography on the walls that everything's low.
Oh yeah.
I still want that one photo of that double-decker bus. I would hang that bitch up in my living room.
Yeah.
That thing is shit. You shot, I don't know, man. You broke out those other photos and you're like, yeah, if you want something, just let me know. And I was just like, the photography of Taco is unreal. I mean, it's not photoshopped. I mean, he doesn't Photoshop this shit. He's got the eye, man. But I think it's funny, like Friday we're at this car cruise and that Tesla chick. And she's all over there. I saw old glow stick Mike and was like, Mike, blah, 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 blah. I was all excited. And I'm like, the fuck is this about? And they're talking and stuff. And he's introducing us. I'm like, this chick looks familiar, you know. I've seen her somewhere, but I've seen her modeling photos before. I mean, she's a cool girl. But we were just sitting around bullshitting about stuff. And she's like, yeah, I've got a shoot coming up tomorrow. And it's going to be kind of cold for a bikini, but, you know, hopefully, you know, I won't get goosebumps. He, blah, blah, all this. And I was like, oh, you do a lot of modeling? I was like, and I've got to fucking break myself at doing this. And so I go, you ought to go, my buddy Taco's a big time photographer. You ought to shoot him. She goes, for Taco, that just sounds like perverted. And I was like, you know, Steven Tyler Photography. And she's like, what, you know him? And she gets fucking freaked out. And she's like, you know him. And Joe was like, Taco, we've known him since he was this tall. He was a midget. I was like, well, thank God Joe ain't calling me a midget tonight. He had people convinced at fucking Hooters I was a midget in high school. So anyway, make a long story short, this girl was like, you've got to get me a photo shoot with him. I go, you know he's on Stylin' Radio. He's on Stylin' Radio. And I was like, I can make a phone call right now and set up a photo shoot. And I thought it was interesting, right? Until I talked to Taco.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. And it's the typical model bullshit. Taco tries to set up a photo shoot. She plays games. And Taco's just like, well, fuck it. I'll shoot somebody else.
Yeah. No, it's not that she plays games. It's that we talked about doing a shoot and never really set it up. Uh-huh. And I have so many fucking cars for RPM magazine that I have to shoot that I've forgotten about just because if we don't do it in a hurry, then I gotta take pictures of cars.
Yeah.
Right. They want me to send them 3 a month. Okay. And I mean, sometimes I'll send them like 1 a month, and then other times I'll send them 7 a month.
Yeah, it just depends what's going on.
Well, you know, it's race season, and then as soon as race season's over, they tear them apart. And so I have to get them in the spring mostly.
You got to get them when the time is right.
Or I just have to say, well, we got to fucking do it now.
Well, them photos you shot over the weekend, my God, those are just really nice. But no, I thought it was funny. She was all freaking out. And we were like, well, he was just here. Or he left. And she's all looking around like, is he still here? You know, what's he driving?
I drove past Kevin Powers and her.
Yeah.
And Kevin said, there goes Taco. So.
See, and here's the thing. I've got to start saying your actual name. Photography. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, I'm so used to Taco, you know, and, you know, it's like, you know, you got your professional name and then you got your name you've had forever, you know? I mean, it's like, it's fucking Taco, you know? He shoots photos, you know? That sounds like a perverted old man, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, no, it's, you know.
No, it's Taylor Imaging.
Yeah, it's Steven Taylor Imaging, you know, and she freaked out. And then Kevin Powers' daughter, did you know she's a model?
I didn't know that.
That's the first time I ever met her. Beautiful girl. And I do like talking to her. I'm going to enjoy her joining the club. And I'm going to tell you why. She ain't got the coolest truck. But like Joe said, she shows up to everything.
What she got?
She's got a long bed, first gen S10, but the whole entire interior is done in flowers.
Oh, okay.
And then it's got scallops on it, but they done them in lace.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like the super. She built a mini truck to fit her. Okay.
Right.
And I was surprised that I go, she's petitioning, and he goes, she's got my vote. And I turned and I looked and I go, really? And he goes, that girl shows up at every damn show. And she don't care what people think. Her truck's lowered and it's her own style.
I don't build shit for other people. I build shit for me.
Yeah. And so I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean.
That should be.
Yeah. But see, I was talking to her about modeling and stuff, and she's got a lot of tattoos, And I was real with her. I go, you're a beautiful girl. I can recommend you to some people to shoot. I mean, I definitely would shoot with Taco, And then Kevin was like, I really got to get you a shoot with him, He shoots for a lot of magazines and stuff. And I go, but she looked at me and she goes, I do have the stuff to airbrush the tattoos almost away. She goes, I learned the hard way. And I go, well, here's the thing with modeling. Anybody can be a model. It's just what people are looking for,
Right.
But she's got some, I told her, I was nice, I was like, every tattoo tells a story, and I'm sure every one that you've got tells a story, and how it reflects back on that time in your life. But, you would do really well at the ink stuff, the ink photo shoots and maybe some rat rod stuff. But,
right.
I think she could do a good sport truck shoot, mini truck shoot, but she has to be airbrushed,
Uh-huh.
And it's just, but then again, there's girls, me and her was talking about this, they shave their head and wear hair toppers and stuff,
Yeah.
And I've got some models that work for me that do that stuff because they come to the realization, I missed out on this photo shoot because they wanted a redhead. Oh, they wanted a brunette, but I'm blonde now. Just shave that shit off and you can be anything you want to be.
Yeah. For real.
I mean, now I will tell you, the girl that we're talking about, I'm not going to say which model it is from styling, but she was at PRI and one of the guys took her back to the hotel and grabbed her hair and he had her bent over and her hair come off and he freaked out.
That's funny.
Yeah. She goes, so are we done or are we going to keep going? And he just had it in his hand. The next day, dude, he come by the booth, man. He's like, you ain't going to believe this. She ain't got no hair. I'm like, yeah, a lot of models don't. Really?
Yep.
Lucky.
That's kind of a thing anymore.
It's like, lucky you got that ass to begin with. She's pretty picky. I mean, what would you do?
Who, me?
Anybody. I would have just kept going. Like, well, we're here.
So would I.
Put that back on.
I wouldn't even care about that shit. Ain't gonna tickle my belly and she's giving a blowjob.
I was like, well, how long were you into the session? He goes, about 50 minutes. Man, you're 50 minutes in, man. It don't matter. I mean, fucking.
You done committed.
Man, you've been in that bitch for 50 minutes, Oh, man.
I got a question, though.
Yeah, what you got?
He was in 50 minutes and he had to have that wig knocked off by then. That ain't saying much for him.
Yeah, no shit. No
Slow and steady
shit.
wins the race, I guess. I don't know.
Low and steady wins the race.
It's ridiculous.
I guess he didn't want to be like Moby Dick and blow in the first 5 minutes, you know.
No. But still, you gotta get creative for that long.
Yeah, you got to get creative. I mean,
You know?
I didn't go into details of what they were doing. I was just like, man, at 50 minutes, man, you're pretty committed, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
you've done flopped around 2 or 3 times and switched positions and all kinds of shit, you know.
well, the only thing
the
only thing I can think of is this girl back in the day, and me and her went at it, and she had a lot of freckles, and she wore heavy makeup, but she'd feather it down, and you know, unless you got really close, you know, up to her face, you didn't know she had that much makeup on.
Right.
Man, we were going at it for a while, and I was like, what's that fuck's all over my pillow, you know? And it's her makeup, and when she turned around and looked at me, I was just like, I was like, well, fuck, I'm already here. I mean, it's like...
already in it.
You know, man, it's like straight freckle city, man. But I was like, well, I'm already here, shit. Yeah, she was a nice girl. She was a nice girl. I don't even remember why we stopped talking, to be quite honest. I mean, I don't.
Dude, I was talking to this one chick from up in SEMO.
Okay.
And so I went to her house, and we were going at it doggy style, and her fucking son was like 1.5 years, 2 years old. And he comes in the fucking room.
Oh,
He
wow.
jumps on her back. He jumps on her fucking back. like riding a horse. I didn't fucking stop. Giddy up. Oh, it was hilarious,
Oh,
dude.
shit. That is fucked up.
Funny shit.
Boy, we, on Taco Tuesday, we done took a hard right turn. I'll give you guys another one. Me and my ex-wife, you know, we were trying to have a kid, so you know how that goes, people. I mean, you're going at it non-stop. And my pug...
I never tried to have a kid, but I had one.
Yeah, well, we were trying, you know. We were trying 4 or 5 times a day. I mean, fucking... But me and her was going at it, and we left the door open, and that pug I had, Chompers, that was in the Doritos commercial, this fucker comes walking in there, sitting down, just licking his lips, looking at us like... And then he had this little gap in his mouth, and I look over, and I'm like, you've got to get the fuck out of here. Like you perverted motherfucker. And ever since he's seen that, he knew if the door was shut, we were having sex. He'd be trying to peek under the door, and then we'd let him in there, and he'd just sit there and watch, and it's just like, she's like, just don't stop. And I'm like, he's freaking me out staring at me. It's like, I can't do it. So when Taco just said that story about the kid jumped on her back, like I was like, oh wow.
Okay.
What'd the mom say when that happened?
Nothing.
So this might be an ongoing occurrence.
I mean, I didn't go at it too long. Right. I didn't stop in a hurry, that's for sure.
Yeah, no shit. Mom, it's a bouncy house. Oh, God, people. Okay, so we're going to go to commercial break. You're listening to 96.1, where Taco Tuesday just got very interesting. We'll be right back right after this.